what's wrong with this thing. What's up, y'all? What's going on? I don't know what's going on. I'm cold. I know that much. I need to get some gas. Oh, let me turn off the baby. He was on the Breakfast Club this morning. Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny? He was on the Breakfast Club this morning. He's funny. He got a little insight into his little personality. I still don't see it from him. He's cute. Got a cute little personality. The baby. His story about his father is really cute. I mean, it's a nice story. It's a nice story. Forming Baby Jesus. I wonder why he changed his name. He should have left his name Baby Jesus. I would have left my name Baby Jesus. Shit, if I would have, that's what I would have left my name. Why would he change his name from to Baby Jesus to the baby? Maybe I haven't heard that story. I don't really know much about him. I know it's from North Carolina. Anyway, so there's nothing to talk about this morning. I probably just go on to. Oh, y'all heard that Stacey Dash got arrested for domestic violence. But not only that she got arrested for domestic violence, but she labeled herself as white on the thing. She couldn't have done that. You're not filling no shit out. Somebody put that on there and thought it would be funny. She could not have put that on there. When they put your information in the computer, the person is putting your information. You're not filling nothing out when you in jail. I mean, they're doing your fingerprints. Who is filling anything out when they go into jail to say white? No, somebody did that. I don't care what y'all say. That's some troll shit. Somebody did that trying to troll people. Let me go put some gas in my car. Let me go right here. Ugh, gross, girl. Let me put some gas in my car, and we gonna see, because I don't believe that she said that she was she said she was white. I don't believe that. I thought that shit was funny. I don't believe she put that. I just don't. Hold on, I'll be right back. Let me turn my car off and everything. Hold on, I'll be right back. Oh, I did want to talk about Terrence Howard. He said he opened up the flower of life, and everybody thought he was crazy. But I'm trying to figure out, why would anybody think he was crazy for saying that? Why would you classify that as quote unquote crazy? Can I get through here? I don't know. I don't know if I could get through here. Is she leaving? Oh, she's almost leaving. You leaving, lady? You about to leave? Come on, because I can't fit through. You're going to have to go so we can both go. I don't want to risk it, and my depth perception is so off today. So do I want to get some coffee or some tea? I kind of want a chai tea. Lady, come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, come on, yeah, get your shit. Put your shit in your car, girl. Yeah, so he said he wanted to open up, that he opened up the flower of life. Terrence Howard is not crazy. That's not crazy to me. You crazy if you think he's crazy. That's the crazy part. That is the crazy part. What's going on? Oh, hold on a second. Let me see. I have to put the thing on.
USB. Please say a command.
Bluetooth audio.
Bluetooth audio.
I don't see. I don't know what he said that was wrong. I should have went to Starbucks. Let me see. Yeah, I don't understand that. Like, I think I'm just reading this thing. I'm just reading this tweet from somebody who is making a statement about Evelyn and her anti-blackness and the response from non-Latin black folks, and how, girl, you are all in the wrong. You are just so in the wrong right now, right here. And she says, non-Latin black folks, but even Evelyn looks black to me. Y'all, please let go of the one drop rule. AfroLatinx, Evelyn looks black to me. Y'all, I knew it. I was waiting for you devil AfroLatina bitches to show your true evil face. No bias there. Nope. And I think I do have a problem the way that we feel like we have to separate ourselves from Afro-Latinos, and then feel like Afro-Latinos don't have the space to do things because they're not black, and then understanding that for some the word black means that you are a black American, and so you try to separate yourself. But for her to say she's Afro-Latina, she says she's Afro-Latina. Puerto Ricans are Afro-Latinos. That's it. The thing about it is, it's not to say, well, she can't say nigga, she can't say. See, y'all want to say people can't say nigga if they're not black Americans. That is where I see a lot of that energy coming from. She's not black. You're saying she's not a black American, and because she's not a black American, she cannot say certain things, even though she as she self-identifies as Afro-Latina, you telling her she's not and she can't say this. And it's like, I don't understand that desire to make a separation, one. And two, she can still be anti-black. You got a lot of black folks who do not like black people, and that you got a lot of people in every culture who have a self-hatred of their people, right? They don't like their people. It's a self-hatred, anti-blackness. I think the problem happens is when Afro-Latinas or Latino people, Latinx folks, separate themselves as if, and it only comes like, the separation comes with like calling somebody a roach or calling somebody a monkey. Like, and you're like, okay, so if you're Afro-Latina, why are you, it's the anti-blackness. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, she's not black, so you can't say this about this girl, or say, because I would want somebody to hold me accountable if I called OG a monkey. You know what I mean? Like, I would hold me accountable. Like, that's anti-black as fuck, and you know it, no matter where it comes from. Can someone please explain to me what is the desire, or what is that thing where you're like, okay, I'm a black American, so essentially a descendant of a slave, or are you indigenous? What are you gonna say? One, then you're saying this person who is self-identified Afro-Latina and has said it several times, and then for people to say, well, you're only black, it's weird, because it's like, you say you're only black when you want to say nigga. You want to get away with saying nigga, so then you claim to be black so that you can say it, just the way that Veronica Vega did on Love and Hip Hop Miami. But see, the way that she identified or kind of rationalized saying the word nigga, she said she equated the word to a struggle, and she feels like, and there's a lot of people who do that, the word nigga is equated to a struggle, and or the way that you're treated by, I guess, white people. I guess you would say white people, because it's people of color using the word nigga and then saying, well, I'm a nigga because I'm broke, or I'm a nigga because I'm from low income, or I'm a nigga because we was on welfare, we lived in a bad neighborhood, like that. And I think there's so much confusion around that. One, two, you are, like I said yesterday, you are not going to stop anybody from saying a word. It's just the consequences that come along with it. But this thing that where Evelyn is like, there are black women, black American women, or what do you want to say, African American women, because you're saying you're African American, she's saying she's African Latina, so you're saying that she can't say nigga because she's not black. What does that mean, and what are you using as a rationale for your argument? I really would like to understand, because it's confusing to me. Colorism, anti-blackness, it's within our community. It happens. You cannot say because she speaks Spanish. There's a thing, I think we have a problem, like she speaks Spanish, so I don't know, it's like this, a whole bunch of different variables that come in, like the thing with when somebody self-identifies, well, like people said with Cardi B, she wants to be able to say nigga, 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 nigga. She's Dominican and Trini, and then everybody's like, well, look at her parents. Well, okay, so now you are equating your ethnicity to the color of your skin, and that's very short-sighted. It's dangerous, and it's just dishonest, because if within your black community or African American community, if you want to say that, you know that there is a spectrum. One, number two, you cannot help where these people was dropped off and they maintain the language. You cannot help that. You cannot help that. Too bad we didn't get to maintain a language. Too bad we are not bilingual. But that doesn't make a person not Afro, not African, not being able to self-identify as. And then, like, there was, I guess, something that came out with Cardi B saying she likes to date other races, and then said black, So I don't know what that, I never really heard. I heard somebody talking about that, never really heard that, so I don't know. But I don't know. It's just a lot of the way that, I heard Joe and they were on State of the Culture talking about it, and then that's where the use of the nigga came from. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, here it is.
I've been to quite a few shows just on tour and in my travels, and I've heard quite a few white people just use the word, and to them as a term of endearment at these shows. Now, in 2019, as a black man, how I respond to that has to be a little different. But if you speak to them, they're gonna probably say, or echo some of what Fat Joe was saying. I grew up this way.
Identify with black culture.
Yeah, all that, and that's my only issue when it comes to the multi-race conversation, is that I don't have a choice. Like, I love this black shit. I'm black. It's rich. It's heritage. I'm with all of that.
Let me stop you right there, because you said you didn't have. You said I didn't have a choice, right?
Who said that? Don't have a choice.
Joe said that. Yeah. Maybe you said it too, Jinx.
What happened? Oh.
I was looking at the point of my card. I was going this way though.
That's just.
But you said you didn't have a choice, whatever. But people like Joe that grew up in the South Bronx, they didn't have a choice neither.
Oh wait, well I was about to continue and say, for me, Fat Joe has, since '91, just always been that, just
his whole
black.
life.
Consistently.
No, but his whole life. It didn't
know, but I met him in.
It didn't happen when, like, I've seen pictures. I know his whole family. This didn't happen when he decided to become a rapper or an artist. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna use the word nigga because it sounds cool. Like when you grow
the
up,
black part is.
What you keep stressing the part where he said more than black people, more than black people.
That's separate than what
He's
we're
talking about. See, that's the problem. That's the problem. It's the word black that people are saying, I'm black, and black Americans are saying, you're not black. That the word itself, like, we really need to move. Now, that is the word we really need to move away from, is because it creates so much confusion. And people, you're saying, one, people are like, oh, black experience. You have a black experience. A lot of people identify a black experience with a lot of struggle, pain, strife. The black experience. A lot of people say, okay, well, I identify with black in the black experience, or I am black as I'm black American, or I'm black because I'm dark skinned. That all of the, or because I'm darker complected out of my people. I'm black because look at me, I'm black. Or saying these people are not black because they don't. And then you're saying, like, oh, Cardi B said I'm black, and you are like, no, but look at her parents. Her parents are not dark skinned. So because they're not dark skinned, they're not black. And she's Trini and Dominican. But you have a spectrum of people, and I feel like it's just if anything is keeping us in a cyclone of confusion and in a cyclone of fucking bumping our heads together, is this exact conversation. And that is the reason why there's going to be problems around reparations, because you want to, okay, so what is black? That's nothing. If you think about it, it is it's nothing. It is nothing. It's a color. That's it. It's nothing. It holds no rights to anything. It's a color, y'all. Like, and I'm a one that I want to move away from saying black. It's easy. It's just black. That's what I've learned. That's what I have an issue. I used to always have an issue with, like, every fucking 30 years, black people have been given it's Afro, or Negro American, Black American, African American. And you could even, you see it on the damn little papers where you put your race or whatever. It says black and then it says African American. What the hell? Like that, none of that. And then I remember my uncle used to be like, I am not African American. I am not from Africa. I did not come from Africa. I came from America. He used to always say that shit. Always. He said, if anything, I'm a Californian American. That's what he used to say. That's what my uncle used to say. If anything, I'm a Californian American. That's what I said, okay. That's what he used to say. And we used to be like, nigga, you sound crazy as hell. But now I'm listening like, no, like, I don't know. It's just a conversation that I feel like the word black is just so like, who are you talking about? Because we use it in so many different ways, so that when you are talking about a group of people, that's like the wrong word to use. And it just is to me. So let's clear.
We're talking about a couple separate things.
Let me tell you what doesn't make sense to me, because this is a very important point, Remy. This optionality portion that you introduced, Joe. I can, based off what you're telling me, Remy, I'm cool with Fat Joe saying whatever the fuck he wants. I'm okay with it. What I'm not cool with is a woman. I'm not cool with Jennifer Lopez. I'm not cool with J-Lo, Jenny from the Block, saying the N-word in the Ja Rule song back in the day or any other time of her career. I'm gonna tell you why. Because my experience of her is someone who opts in and out of blackness as it is convenient for her. My experience of her is early in her career when she was Jenny from the Block, all this stuff. It was 6 Train and all this. It was a Black Latina experience. And then you show up at the Oscars with Ben Affleck and you're in movies, to me, passing as a white woman. no reference to your woman of color identity, and I'm very confused. So that's what I don't like. I don't like anybody that is not a consistent.
She's from the same exact neighborhood.
I know she is.
Joe is from, and it's okay.
She seems inconsistent to me.
But listen, let me tell you.
To me, she's inconsistent.
It's a problem. It's a problem when people that y'all don't feel are black enough or shit, like, you know, I look at you and I see Spanish, I look at you and I see a Latina, I look at Fat Joe and I see a Latino. So the nerve of you to say that you identify with being black, no, they like Joe. I can't speak for Jennifer. Joe is black. That's it. And period.
That's the difference, though. That's a big difference.
It's a huge difference. I'm waiting to see.
That's a huge difference.
Excuse me, but there's also a time where people that are as black as me, you, Jinx, and maybe even darker.
See, now
But
she's
they opted
see
out
how
of their blackness
see
as well when it's
see.
too
But did you see how she used it? Wait,
I'm not saying that
where
you
the fuck?
do or that you don't.
Did you see how Remy just used it and it just flipped it? Like it just like she said, I'm looking at people who are like me, Joe, Jinx, and darker. So now you're saying that your blackness is not only an experience, but the complexion of your skin. Like it's just like a mess to me. And I'm just like, it's a mess. Did y'all hear how she did that? Joe is black. And then she said, and I know some people who are black like me, Jinx, and darker than us, who opt in and out of blackness. So now you done, in that just quick second, you done flipped it from Joe being black because of his experience living in South Bronx to I know people who are darker than us who opt in and out of blackness. Okay, I hope y'all understand what I'm talking about, because that is where that shit gets crazy. Why?
I know she is.
Joe is from, and it's okay.
She seems inconsistent to me.
But listen, let me tell you.
To me, she's inconsistent.
It's a problem.
I understand what Ebony's saying though.
People that y'all don't feel are black enough or shit, like, you know, I look at you and I see Spanish, I look at you and I see a Latina, I look at Fat Joe and I see a Latino. So the nerve of you to say that you identify with being black, no, they like Joe. I can't speak for Jennifer. Joe is black. That's it. And period.
That's the difference, though. That's a big difference.
It's a huge difference. I'm waiting to see.
That's a huge difference.
Excuse me, but there's also a time where people that are as black as me, you, Jinx, and maybe even darker, that they opt in and out of their blackness as well when it suits them.
I have an issue with that.
I'm not saying that you do or that you don't. Not that it's self-hate. When people feel like, hey, if I wear my hair like this, or I talk like this, or I dress like this, or I do this, you know, people are in certain
now
fields
you're
are not
saying
gonna accept me. So
that
they wear their
now
hair
you're
a little
talking about the
straighter.
culture.
They talk a little, you know,
see, that's
properly,
just,
and they do so that they can fit it and appear to be less black and less offensive. I see it happen all the time. I'm pretty sure in some of the jobs that you've been in, you may have encountered things like that in the fields that you've been working in, the different
in terms of seeing it, yes, Remy, but subscribing to it is something else. Like y'all are saying, like I walk into a space, and I talked about this on the Breakfast Club, like the whole black mixed with black bullshit. I hate that question. What do you mix with? Because they see a woman who aesthetically in their mind could be other, right? And we know the fetishizing and all that shit of otherness, which I also...
Oh, she has a problem with it. And she hates... I heard Ebony when she was on the Breakfast Club, and she said she was upset because she doesn't like when a person asks you, what are you mixed with? Because it's saying that your blackness isn't good enough. You being just you know, and see me using it just right now, but that you being you can't even, it's like, it really is going to take an unlearning for me to be like, I don't know, well, your blackness isn't good enough, so you have to be mixed with something else because your features, you're too pretty to be just black. And so that bothers her, and that bothers me. I don't like that question. What are you mixed with? I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. A lot of people see that. Some people, not a lot, but some people see that as a compliment. I think more so back in the day, I think a lot of people are seeing like, oh, you're trying to say that I couldn't just be, both of my parents be black folks, and you say, you know, you're attractive or you're pretty. You don't equate being pretty, and you equate light skin. You equate all of that with a beauty, and you don't equate my blackness to beauty. So you got to be mixed with something. That's what Ebony says, and I agree with her. I agree with her a lot. But yeah, the conversation, you know, on who is black and who is this and who is that, and you know, the use of the word. I myself am trying to get away from the use of the word. Why is there so much traffic? I'm trying to get away from it because it bears there's no land attached to it. There's nothing. And now it's like, this is we have agreed as a society that this is what it is. But when it comes down to the foundation, where it comes to ownership, it comes to, you know, land that you're attached to, it becomes a difficult thing to understand and to like sift through, because it's just so much. I don't know if I'm making myself clear, but
That's the thing.
hopefully. Let's see what else.
That's because you never seen nobody play me. I'm like connected.
He lost really.
I don't know. Let me see what
I hate that question. What do you mix with? Because they see a woman who aesthetically in their mind could be other, right? And we know the fetishizing and all that shit of otherness, which I also feel a way about. I feel like that is from self-hate. And the assumption is this, Rem, from a lot of men. I'm gonna just say that. It's attractive, it's feminine, I'm attracted to it. And in my mind, I'm not attracted to blackness, so you must be other. You must be mixed, you must be, and it's some bullshit.
She says that all the time. She says that, because I think she had a shirt on that says, I'm mixed with black and black. Black and blacker, or something like that. She said, I'm mixed with black and black. Some of her shirt said, and Charlamagne asked her what was the shirt about, and that's when she explained it. That's the first time I heard her. That was the first time that I heard her say that. So I'm with her. I don't like that. It's never been, for some people they take it as a compliment. It's not a compliment at all. But anyways, I know I'm all over the place with this little conversation. It's just a random talk, but I still don't believe that Stacey Dash put that she was white on her. Who fills out anything when they go to jail? That's my only question. That's what I would like to know. So what else is going on in the world? I don't know what's happening with the in politics with what is it? Not Helsinki, the Ukraine. You know, I really don't like to talk about stuff like that, but it is like a soap opera to me, and I like to watch the commentary on it from other, you know, people, other, whatever you call them, talking heads on the news and stuff. I think it's real funny. Let's see, what else? Hillary Clinton says staying in her marriage was the gutsiest thing she's ever done. Mark Zuckerberg discusses Elizabeth Warren's call to break up Facebook in a leaked audio. Oh, they turning against Mark. What's been leaked from Facebook? Facebook has really, I wonder if Mark Zuckerberg just like lays down at night and's like, God damn it, what the fuck did I create? And how it is like really monopolizing social media, but you can see how it's turned into like this evil lab of just like, I haven't been on Facebook in a long time, and it's funny because I tried to log into it the other day and I can't remember I know I deactivated my page, but I can't remember the password to get in, and I don't care enough to be like, here's my ID. Like, I don't trust that platform, but I have a lot of stuff on there. I was on there for almost 10 years, and I can imagine what y'all have on there if y'all still on Facebook. But I always thought it was just like a test market. Like the application itself was used as a test market, and I thought it was just weird, and I thought it was intrusive, and I just thought the vibrations on that on that app was low, and I was just very sensitive to it, and I just, after a while, I was just like, this shit is manipulating emotions. It's putting things in place that's no different from a reality show, like shit being set up a certain way to see how people will react. I don't want to be a subject of that. And I know that on every other platform they do the same thing, but it was something about Facebook's, I don't know. It is something about Facebook's frequencies that just was not cool for me. I didn't feel comfortable on that page. It didn't sit well with me. I would tell Charles that all the time, and he'd be like, well, and I would tell Craig that, and he'd be like, well, you gotta, like stay in the groups that you're in. But even then, I just got to a point where I was just like, it's not my cup of tea. It didn't feel safe for me. It just was not a good feeling for me. And the reason why I wanted to log on was because I wanted to get a video, and I probably have it on my computer, I'm sure, a video of my son a video of him saying thank you for my birthday wishes. But he was like a year or two old, 2 years old probably, and it was just so cute. So I wanted to get that video, but I think it's on my computer. But I was just like, I can't even log into this thing anymore, and I'm not gonna be like, oh, here's my ID to get on. I'm not giving y'all my ID. Remember when they started making people put their real names on there? Like, you don't even, like, this is like literally, it's like your file, like you're creating a file for whoever they provide access to. Here's your file. Her real name, her birthday, her anniversaries, her everything. And I know that and I know people are gonna say, oh, Erica, it's everywhere. But no. And then I thought it was weird that I started actually, this is what was real fucking crazy to me, is that I started actually getting to know people who did not have a profile picture and never showed their face. I thought that shit was fucking crazy. And I realized that I was in a group and I was like, don't nobody in here show their fucking face. You arguing with people, you don't even know who you're talking to, and you are creating a space with somebody who will not show you their face. And I became friends with a guy who I never saw his face. Never saw his face. And I was like, this is kind of weird. And I always thought it was weird. And it was just strange. And I was like, this is not a good place to be in. Like, I just thought it was weird. And I was like, I got to get off of this thing. It's not a good look. I do not feel comfortable on here. And I'm just thinking, like, Mark Zuckerberg has to be like, I created this. It's like literally a monster. It is a monster. Facebook is a monster. And it's really bad. And then the fact that people continue to use it, like the masses of people. There are some people who do not get anything. They don't get their news. They don't get anything outside of Facebook. Oh shit. They don't get anything outside of Facebook. They log into Facebook. They get their news from Facebook. They watch from Facebook. They do everything from Facebook. That is crazy to me. That's crazy to me. I took to Twitter like 2009. I like Twitter, and I remember somebody telling me, you tweet too much. Nigga, that's what the fuck you supposed to do. What the fuck are you talking about? You tweet too much. You who just crazy things. But the way that I used Twitter, I like to use it as I liked to use it as a microblog and to talk about my feelings and to like vent and get shit out. And on Facebook you couldn't do that, because if like my thoughts are not linear, as you guys have probably been able to gather, I can go from one thing to the next thing. I forget what I'm saying or what have you, and my thoughts are like that. So if I'm tweeting something, I can be able to tweet random shit, go from one subject to the next and then back to the next subject, and as long as I'm able to get out my thought and my feeling right then and there, it helps. And that's just me. If I did that on Facebook, you know how many people would be like, Erica, are you okay? Yes, goddamn, I'm okay. I could not, and the frequency, the way, like, Twitter is like being in one fucking large group chat, and it's just like bam, 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 what conversation you want to get into. What I love it because I can follow people I don't agree with. You understand what I'm saying? Even, but in whatchamacallit, Facebook, it was like I could follow people I wanted to. Okay, you got your hazards on. I could follow people I want to follow. I can follow people who I don't agree with, because I do. And you can do that. You can't do that on Facebook. And on Facebook, to me, I felt like it became like an echo chamber. You only wanted to deal with people who agreed with you. And if somebody didn't agree with you, or you saw something in your whatever news feed, do they still call it that? Whenever you see something that you don't agree with, you want to fight instead of actually having a conversation about it. I found myself arguing with people, fighting with people, and then I've gotten to a point where, like, unless I really give a fuck or give a shit, I'm not about to go back and forth with you. Unless I really just want to feel like, if I feel like it now. Now, it brought out, like, really bad behaviors in my, I don't know, it was bad. And after a while, I was just like, this shit doesn't make me, I don't feel good when I log into this shit. I see people that I've known for years have these fucked up views, and not fucked up views like they just don't agree with you. They just really have some fucked up views. And I was like, I can't believe that I'm actually associating with this. You know what I mean? That's just like, who are you people? And then family being on there, then having shit to say about shit. I don't even want to deal with none of that. That shit is crazy to me. And I just wonder, like, does he ever, like, just sit back and be like, God damn, what the fuck did I create? What the fuck did I create? And it's just a trip. It's just a trip. I don't know how I got, I don't know how I got, how did she list herself as white? That's what I want to know. I'm in a parking lot. Sorry. I want to know who fills out paperwork when they go to jail. That's what I'm trying to figure out. All right, I'm here, y'all. There's Beyonce. No. Honey, she's the one. I don't ever think I told y'all, but she was so happy she got engaged. Baby, she was so happy she got engaged. She came to work. Her nails were done. She'll never get her nails done. She had an engagement ring on. She was bragging about her engagement ring. Baby, she came in there about 3 months later, didn't have her engagement ring on. I said, Stephanie, what happened to your engagement ring? She just looked, she was like, I had to get rid of him. He was a child. And I was like, good for you. She's in her mid-20s. I was like, don't do no shit like that. Not in your mid-20s. Don't do it. Don't do it. Like, maybe do it in your mid-20s so that you can get that mistake over with and be past it. But I'm glad she didn't go through with it. I told her, because she was really happy. And it's funny because I think what happens is like, you feel like someone who doesn't want to get married, but then somebody's like, hey, let's get married. It's like, because I do believe that people want to be acknowledged. People want to be seen. People want to feel valued. And I think that for some, when somebody says, let's get married, all of that, like, ooh, they see me, they understand me, they want me, they see me, they acknowledge me, that all of that comes with that for some people. And I think some people, then they go like, okay, let's do it. And then it's not even something that they really want to do. But you're like, oh, I have this person. And then this idea, like, that this fairy tale that things last forever, it's just a bad thing. Anyways, I don't know how I got out of that. Oh, I'm talking about the girl and her blonde hair and her getting engaged. But she was like, I said, how do you feel? How do you feel? Because I she was excited about, being engaged. But then it seemed like she was relieved when I asked her, what happened? She was just like, he was a child. That was not something, I don't want to marry someone that I have to raise, she said. And she's like in her mid-20s. And I said, well, good for you. And I asked her, how did she feel? And she's like, I feel sad, but that would have been a headache. And I was like, good for you. And I said, just wait. And I gave her a hug. And I said, just wait. And I don't even think they're together anymore, because some men feel like our proposed marriage, the world has told me this is what you want. So I propose marriage and you don't accept my proposal. So now I don't even want you at all, because it's the ultimate rejection. It's the ultimate rejection for a man to ask a woman to marry him. And because society has told him this is what she wants. So now that's the ultimate rejection for somebody to decline a proposal. A lot of men, do you guys know any stories of a man staying with a woman after she declines a proposal, a marriage proposal, and he stays with her? They stay together. And how long do they stay together after she declines a proposal? How does that relationship pan out? Let me know in the comments. Anyways, I'm out of here. I'm going to go get some coffee. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. And vibrate higher. Peace.